Warning. Once you hear this, you will never look at TikTok the same way again. You think you're in control. But what if I told you, you never were? The moment you open TikTok, you become part of an experiment. An experiment designed to study your habits, predict your behavior, and manipulate your mind without you realizing it. And here's the scariest part. It's working. You didn't choose that next video. The algorithm did. You didn't decide to stay on the app for an hour. The app made that decision for you. This is not just entertainment. This is control. And the deeper you go, the harder it is to escape. In this video, we're exposing the hidden truth behind TikTok's global experiment. Most people think TikTok was just a fun app that came out of nowhere. They're wrong. It all began in China, 2016. A company called ByteDance launched a platform called Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok. It wasn't just another social media app. It was designed from day one as an AI-powered psychological experiment. ByteDance wasn't trying to create an app. They were creating a system that could learn from human behavior, predict emotions, and control what people see. Just 1 year later, ByteDance acquired Musical.ly, rebranded it as TikTok, and launched it worldwide. And within months, something terrifying happened. It took over. Apps like YouTube and Instagram had been around for years, but nothing spread as fast as TikTok. The question is, why? The secret behind TikTok's rapid growth. Think about it. Why did TikTok suddenly explode in popularity? Why did it become the most downloaded app in the world almost overnight? The answer is simple. It was designed to be unstoppable. Unlike any platform before it, TikTok didn't rely on who you follow or what you like. Instead, it did something far more powerful. It learned from you. From the very first second you use TikTok, it tracks everything. How long you watch each video, what makes you stop scrolling, what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, what types of content hold your attention the longest. And within minutes, the algorithm builds a psychological profile of you, customized, optimized, and engineered to keep you hooked. But here's where it gets even darker. The experiment that no one signed up. For what if I told you that TikTok was never about entertainment? What if the real purpose was something much bigger? ByteDance didn't just create TikTok to show funny videos. They created it to observe, analyze, and influence human behavior on a massive scale. This isn't just a social media app. It's a global experiment in attention control. And the results? They are terrifying. Studies show that TikTok's algorithm is more addictive than any other platform. It rewires your brain, shortens your attention span, and keeps you coming back for more. Why? Because every time you scroll, the AI gets smarter. And the longer you stay, the harder it is to break free. But here's the most disturbing part. Unlike other apps that give you some control over what you see, TikTok removes that control entirely. It doesn't just predict what you'll watch next. It decides for you. Your fears, desires, emotions, everything you experience while scrolling is carefully curated. And the more time you give it, the more it shapes your thoughts. So now, the real question isn't, how does TikTok work? The real question is, who is really in control? TikTok became the master of your attention. Let's be honest. How many times have you told yourself, just one more video on TikTok? You open the app for a quick break, and suddenly 45 minutes are gone. Your eyes feel tired. Your thumb is still scrolling. And worst of all, you don't even remember how you got here. This isn't an accident. It's by design. Unlike Instagram or YouTube, where you pick what to watch, TikTok does the thinking for you. And that's exactly why you can't stop scrolling. The infinite scroll trap. You never decide to stay. Think about it. When was the last time you searched for a video on TikTok? You don't. TikTok's for you. Page gives you exactly what you want before you even know you want it. It's frictionless. You don't choose. You just watch. And that's the secret. Because from the moment you open the app, you've already lost. It tracks your behavior instantly. In just a few swipes, TikTok knows whether you're bored, lonely, or just looking for a distraction. And it adjusts your feed in real time to keep you watching. Have you noticed that the moment you start getting bored, the next video is suddenly more interesting? That's not luck. That's the algorithm keeping you hooked. Why you can't look away. TikTok isn't just showing videos, it's hijacking your brain. Here's how. Dopamine loops. Every new video gives you a dopamine hit, just like gambling. Unpredictability. You never know what's next, so you keep scrolling. Short-form brainwashing. TikTok's rapid-fire videos train your brain to crave more. Micro-rewards. Every like, comment, and follow triggers a tiny dopamine rush. Silent personalization. Even if you never like or comment, TikTok still tracks what makes you pause. Time distortion. Have you ever thought it's been 5 minutes, only to realize it's been an hour? That's not a mistake. And the longer you use it, the harder it is to stop. That's why TikTok addiction feels different. It doesn't just entertain you, it reprograms you. The social media is recreating your world. By now, you know TikTok tracks everything you do. But here's the scary part. It doesn't just recommend content, it builds a reality around you. Spend a few minutes watching fitness videos. Suddenly, your whole feed is fitness. Engage with political content? TikTok will push more of it. Watch controversial videos? TikTok will amplify them again and again until you're fully immersed. And sometimes, it's not even your choice. Reports show that TikTok manually boosts certain videos, making influencers and brands go viral, while silencing others. So what does this mean? The world you see on TikTok isn't real. It's a customized illusion, designed to keep you engaged as long as possible. And here's the problem. The longer you spend inside that illusion, the harder it is to recognize what's real. The TikTok loop you can't escape. Next time you open TikTok, ask yourself, how long did I actually plan to stay? Did I choose these videos, or did TikTok choose them for me? At what point did I decide to stop scrolling? The answer? You didn't, because on TikTok, there is no last video. Unlike YouTube, where you must click play, TikTok forces you into an endless loop. It's the ultimate psychological trap. You never decide when to stop, and you don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. So now, the real question is, if TikTok controls your attention, controls your emotions, and decides what you see, are you still the user? Or are you the product? Because TikTok isn't just showing you content, it's controlling you. Do you know who's behind it? You open TikTok, you scroll, you watch. But do you know who's really watching you? Because behind every video you see, every trend that goes viral, and every swipe you make, there's a hidden force pulling the strings. We expose who truly controls TikTok and why you should be worried. Most people think TikTok is just another social media platform. But TikTok isn't owned by a Silicon Valley tech giant like Facebook or Google. It's owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company with more power than you realize. ByteDance isn't just running an app, it's running the most sophisticated AI-powered media machine in the world. And here's the scary part. ByteDance isn't just a business. It operates under the influence of the Chinese government. In China, companies aren't fully independent. They must comply with government regulations and share data when requested. So when you scroll through TikTok, who else is scrolling through your data? The Chinese connection. What TikTok doesn't want you to know. ByteDance insists that TikTok is separate from China's influence. But let's look at the facts. Fact number 1. ByteDance runs Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, which is strictly censored by the government. Fact number 2. ByteDance has admitted to spying on journalists through TikTok. Fact number 3. The Chinese government has a golden share in ByteDance, meaning it has decision-making power. And here's where it gets even more concerning. The US and several other governments have banned TikTok on official devices, citing security risks. But if TikTok isn't a threat, why are governments around the world treating it like one? Could it be that TikTok isn't just collecting your data, it's using it for something much bigger? What happens to your data? The silent surveillance machine. When you use TikTok, you're giving away more than you think. What TikTok collects about you and your life. Every tap, every scroll, every pause. The app studies your behavior in real time. Your location, IP address, and device data. It knows where you are and what phone you use. Your voice and face data. TikTok's AI recognizes your features and voice patterns. What you type, even if you don't hit send, drafts and deleted messages can still be logged. And the most disturbing part? Unlike other platforms, TikTok collects data even when you're not using the app. That means your microphone, your camera, even your keystrokes could be monitored without you realizing it. So now, ask yourself, why does TikTok need this much data? And more importantly, who is using it? Let's see how TikTok controls what you see. If TikTok controls what goes viral, then it also controls what doesn't. Think about it. Some content spreads like wildfire, while others mysteriously disappear. Certain topics trend worldwide, while others are suppressed. TikTok can amplify political movements or silence them. And here's where things get truly disturbing. In 2019, TikTok was caught censoring content related to Hong Kong protests. In 2020, reports surfaced that TikTok restricted videos from disabled and overweight users. In 2021, leaked documents showed that moderators were instructed to suppress videos criticizing the Chinese government. So the real question is, if TikTok can manipulate what billions of people see, what else can it control? Imagine a world where an app doesn't just entertain you, it decides what you believe. Who is really in control? The more you learn about TikTok, the more one thing becomes clear. It's not just an app. It's a global tool for influence, data collection, and behavior prediction. But the biggest question remains. If you're not the one in control of TikTok, then who is really in control of you? Because once you understand that TikTok isn't just watching you, you start to wonder, what else is it doing? The secret formula to make you viral. Have you ever wondered why some people blow up overnight on TikTok while others never go viral, no matter what they do? You might think it's luck, you might think it's talent, but the truth? TikTok decides who wins and who disappears. We reveal how the algorithm really works and why going viral might not be as innocent as it seems. The viral illusion. Why it's not random. Most people think virality on TikTok happens by chance. A regular person posts a video, it gets a few likes, then suddenly, boom, millions of views. It seems magical. But here's what TikTok doesn't tell you. Your first few videos are artificially boosted. The algorithm decides how fast you grow, not your audience. Some creators are quietly suppressed, without ever knowing why. TikTok gives small creators a taste of virality early on to hook them. They see a few thousand views on their first videos, and they think, this is easy. I can make it big. And that's exactly what TikTok wants. Because once you feel like you're on the edge of success, you keep chasing it. But here's the twist. Not everyone gets there. The algorithm's hidden metrics. What TikTok really looks for. Ever wonder why some low-effort videos go viral while high-quality content struggles? That's because TikTok's algorithm doesn't care about quality. Here's what really determines whether your video gets pushed. Watch time. If people watch your video to the end, it gets boosted. Rewatch rate. If people watch it more than once, TikTok sees it as addictive. Engagement speed. Likes, shares, and comments must come fast. Controversy factor. Videos that spark arguments get more visibility. Hidden AI preferences. Some content is quietly favored, while other topics are blacklisted. That's why you see the same types of videos over and over again. It's not just trends, it's TikTok's AI deciding what kind of content should dominate your feed. Why some videos are boosted, while others are suppressed. Not all content is treated equally. TikTok can manually boost certain creators, giving them millions of views overnight. But at the same time, it can also shadow ban users without warning. Have you ever noticed that one day your views are high, and the next they suddenly drop? That's not an accident. Here's what can get you suppressed, without you even knowing it. Using banned words in captions or comments. Posting content that TikTok's AI flags as low value. Mentioning certain political or controversial topics. Competing with an influencer that TikTok wants to push instead. And the worst part? You'll never be told why. One day, you're growing. The next, your content stops reaching people, and no matter what you do, your account feels like it's invisible. The dark side of viral fame. Going viral sounds exciting. Millions of views, thousands of followers. But what happens when the algorithm turns against you? Many creators who once thrived on TikTok suddenly lose everything overnight. Their videos stop getting views. Their engagement drops to zero. Their account becomes completely stagnant. Why? Because TikTok no longer favors them. And once you fall out of the algorithm's favor, it's nearly impossible to recover. Some influencers have even reported that after their success, their content gets suppressed for no reason. Their accounts mysteriously get flagged or removed. TikTok stops showing their videos to their own followers. And here's the real question. If TikTok can make someone famous overnight, doesn't that mean it can also destroy their career just as fast? Who really controls what goes viral? By now it's clear. Going viral isn't about luck. It's about whether TikTok's AI wants you to succeed. And that's what makes TikTok so powerful. Because it doesn't just react to trends, it creates them. TikTok decides what's cool, what's popular, and what gets buried. And that means it's shaping culture, opinions, and even entire industries. So the real question is, if TikTok can control who gets famous, what else can it control? Because if you think you're just watching videos, you're actually watching what TikTok wants you to see. And in the end, you don't control the algorithm. The algorithm controls you. The question now is, can you escape the algorithm? You close the app. You say, that's enough TikTok for today. But then, you pick up your phone. You open it again. You start scrolling. Why? Because TikTok doesn't just live on your phone, it lives in your mind. And that's exactly how it was designed. The real question isn't just, can you quit TikTok? The real question is, will TikTok ever let you go? Why you can't just stop? Do you think that is a psychological dependence? Most people don't realize how dependent they are on TikTok. It's not just an app, it's a habit, a reflex. Bored? Open TikTok. Feeling stressed? Scroll for a few minutes. Can't sleep? Let TikTok keep you company. It's become a built-in response to daily life. And that's not by accident. TikTok's AI has been trained to create dependence. Every time you engage with a video, TikTok learns what keeps you on the app longer. And the more you use it, the harder it is to stop. How TikTok keeps you coming back, Mandambot. Even if you delete the app, TikTok doesn't make it easy to leave. The fear of missing out, FOMO. Your friends are still on TikTok. You feel out of the loop. The random reward system. You wonder, what viral trend am I missing? The personalized experience. Other apps feel boring because they don't know you like TikTok does. The memory trigger. Weeks later, a sound, a meme, or even an ad reminds you of TikTok and tempts you to return. And once you go back, the cycle restarts. TikTok knows exactly how to pull you back in. Is deleting the app enough? So what happens if you finally decide, I've had enough, I'm deleting TikTok? Here's the reality. Your data is already collected. TikTok still tracks you through cookies, ads, and third-party apps. The algorithm has already learned your preferences. Even if you delete the app, TikTok doesn't forget you. And here's the most disturbing part. Reports suggest that even if you create a new TikTok account later, the algorithm can still recognize you. It rebuilds your For You page within minutes, picking up exactly where you left off. That means, are you really escaping? Or is TikTok always waiting for you to come back? The only way to take back control. So is there any way to break free? The truth is, it's not easy. But here's how you can take back control. Turn off personalized content. It won't stop TikTok from tracking you, but it reduces AI manipulation. Set app limits. Force yourself to use TikTok only in controlled time blocks. Disable notifications. Stop TikTok from reminding you to come back. Replace the habit. Instead of reaching for TikTok, train yourself to open a different app or put your phone down entirely. The key is breaking the automatic habit loop, because TikTok's greatest weapon isn't its AI, it's your own brain. Can you ever truly escape? By now, we've uncovered how TikTok controls your attention, tracks your every move, and decides what you see. And now, we've reached the final question. If TikTok has already rewired your habits, can you ever fully escape? The answer? That's up to you. But one thing is clear. TikTok isn't just an app. It's a system designed to pull you in and keep you there. And once you see how deep the control runs, you can never unsee it. Because now, every time you open TikTok, you'll ask yourself, who's really in control? By now, you've seen the truth about TikTok. It's not just an app. It's a system designed to track you, control your attention, and influence your thoughts. And now, the question is no longer, how does TikTok work? The real question is, will you let it control you? Because the next time you open TikTok, you won't just be watching videos. You'll be part of the experiment. If this video opened your eyes, don't let the algorithm decide what you see next. Subscribe to the channel for more eye-opening content. Like this video to help spread awareness. Turn on notifications, because knowledge is power, and the more you know, the harder you are to manipulate. And most importantly, share this video. Because if TikTok controls what billions of people see, how many of them still don't realize it? Thank you for watching.